Hello, courageous spirits. I'm Aundrea Sides, host of Vitality Unleashed Live. Welcome to a bountiful, candid, multifaceted realm where the extraordinary becomes reality. Higher wisdom is accessed here. Truths will be revealed, and you will know yourself more clearly. As a luminary, I invite you to a seamless flow of discovery, integration, expansion, and satisfaction. This is going to fuel and sustain fresh power and new vitality. Here, the best versions of us are thriving. We love and our successes materialize. Let's play into empowerment. Vitality Unleashed Live begins now. Hey, hey, rock and roll people. Hi, I'm Aundrea Sides, and you are listening to Vitality Unleashed Live. Oh, what you are in for a treat today on Transformation Talk Radio. I am so funny. Ah, who am I listening to? I always feel silly, defining myself every single show, but it's necessary. You don't know me, right? And you're like, hey, do I really want to listen to this lady? Do I want to give her my time? Well, I am a energetic quantum observer, attuned to love. Yes, believe it or not. And I catalyze free flowing energy within the physical body and raise the frequency of experience back to realized wholeness and vitality. Drum roll. It's always good when you can humbly get excited about yourself, right? Woohoo! Loving it. So, we are going to be talking about conscious wealth, abundance with purpose and freedom. Now, who doesn't want conscious wealth with abundance, purpose, and freedom? It's a mouthful, right? Is it possible, you ask? Yes. You know what? If all the other stuff is possible as far as having to, I see like wine and dine other people and fluff them up in order. This is hilarious to me. To get their business. And, a lot of people scheme and crawl and, they make stuff up. And no, this is like the general population. Ah, shoot, I shouldn't even put that out there because I don't want it to be the general population. We are wanting, woo, for the general population to have conscious wealth. Starts within people to be able to have that abundance, that's prosperity, being able to live in your truth and purpose and feeling that incredible freedom. Can you feel it? Let's fly the kite together. That kite, I'm imagining a million kites out in the sky, and each one of them is you and you and you. Long tails, little fancy. Some of you guys are simple. Some of them are a little bit more intricate and fancy. Yum. You're free. Cut the string. And oh, it's so interesting. The universe is the wind in this collective energy of unity and oneness. It's kind of like where divine inspiration is. I love it when spirit comes in and just walks in and says, "Excuse me, Andrea, I know you had a show planned, but we're gonna go ahead and make sure you're connected to your highest self." And boom, here we are, meaning me on a multi-dimensionality, a level connected with love and attuned to love, unconditional love, and bringing that freshness into the solar plexus, into the mind, into the heart. All right, so back to the wind and you beautiful kites out there. Do you love the childlike creativity that comes with a free mind? Yum. Yeah. Okay, all of us are kites out there flying, and we're all in unison, but we're free to go kind of do our own thing. We've got our own tail, we've got our own beingness, we've got our own way. Yeah, yes. So we still have our own sovereignty, we still have our own individuality as these these manifestations and these kites. And I'm imagining and imagine your whole skin body, your physical body too, representing these beautiful kites and all different shapes, sizes, dimensions. I'm moving on. Don't worry. We're getting there. Patience. And inside of this, feel the freedom. Feel it unlock the jaw. Ah. Feel like it unlocks the frustration and the impatience. That everything is working out for you. Everything is moving and flowing to your benefit. That you are whole, that you're part of all this collective, but you still are enjoying the experience of your individuality, your sovereignty. And if you decide to go higher and enjoy the different weather systems, the different temperatures, that you can do so. And I see a lot of you going as high and high and high as you can and want to get away from all the other kites. And then some of you are all clustering together, working together, moving together so that you can go to the next space, the next country, the next vista. Traveling, some of you are completely traveling towards the horizon and focused on the beauty that is before you because that you recognize and know the beauty that is within. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I hope that all of you guys are delighted. Conscious wealth, abundance, purpose, and freedom. Yum. What a nice little meditation that we had there. So, we are going to integrate this essence of consciousness. Um, and that's what it's all about, and getting into the prosperous, getting into the prosperity. Giving ourselves a permission to be completely in our truth and ourselves and to integrate that seamlessly with flow. Doesn't matter, and without any outside noise, right? We want to elevate the concept of abundance into a truly transformation level from before consciousness, that wisdom, the inspiration, into the momentum, into action. And then that's all part of the creation and then manifestation. And it's so funny because you think about that. It's such a journey, isn't it? And it's so delightful. It's not about the manifestation. It's about acknowledging our divinity. It's about acknowledging and expressing who we are. So I want to give like real tools here and now about being able to take steps right now by what you hear here through my own experience and as a collective consciousness. I want to tap into what everybody is really seeking. So, how do we get true abundance through conscious love? Hmm? And be in tune with nature and in collaboration with our beautiful earth so that we are adding wealth and vitality and balance to ourselves, earth, and that we can do this with this like creative freedom. Ask yourself. Sometimes all we need to do is ask and watch how like a flower opens and that our wisdom When we ask and we are feeling good, it's like a flower opens, our wisdom opens so that we can receive the answers, that we become the answers. Don't you know that you are, I am, this infinite intelligence that can integrate with the heart, mind, divinity, or slash God, what have you, source energy, that we can alchemize instantly. We can transcend the darkness and what we see on the outside, that transcend this suffering and this pain, the false matrix. We, again, I keep on hearing that we become the answer and become the ultimate contentment, but vastness, the expansion, the freedom, and all these material things are just things that we appreciate and touch upon. Like I see little chess pieces moving across the board, just touching them, and they know which area, where to go in collaboration with the bigger picture. Not a win-lose. Sure, there'll be some win-loses, but we are the players of this larger thing that we're playing in life, yes? Mm. We are infinite beings of cosmic intelligence. You can stop acting. You can stop playing dumb. You are an infinite being of cosmic intelligence. Wow. Take that in, folks. Let your heart be free. Yum. So, this is a wealth, abundance state of being. Yes? This love and this inner abundance start with genuine self love. And that brings forth a natural sense of worthiness and abundance. I want to clear and transmute anywhere and everywhere that abundance is overused and not understood. Clear and transmute throughout time, dimension, spaces, and reality. Anywhere that people think that it's just overused, it's overdone. Clear and transmute through all time, dimension, space, and reality. That's the very nature of abundance, isn't it? Infinite abundance, infinite abundance. Now, by loving oneself fully, a woman strengthens, a man strengthens their internal foundation and feels wealthy from within. Yum! This inner world and this inner wealth radiates outward. And, it's so much fun to go out and see what you're going to attract, and you trust about who you are. So you're not upset about the stranger coming over to you or somebody even knocking on your door. You're like, oh, wow. Right? So it's like opening a present every single time. The interactions that you have, the people that you connect with, the places that you get to go. And you don't have to judge it. It doesn't have to look perfect. It's an opportunity to acknowledge the greatness within ourselves and another person, a place, or a thing. Yes. So, and then eventually, what happens? You get out enough, you connect here on the internet or somewhere like Transformation Talk Radio. We have a really great also Vitality Unleashed community. That's right behind me. It's through theschool.com, Vitality Unleashed community. We just started it. And we're really excited about it. I won't talk too much about that here, but it is a fantastic, fabulous community. And you will also get a lot of my modules and real life tools to come home to the wholeness of your heart and soul and create the abundance, prosperity, wealth, a fulfilled life. These are real tools. And I don't want to talk about this too much because I don't want it to come off like too salesy or whatever. I just am excited about the community that we are creating and coming together with. And it talks about with that change, that as you go within and you start honoring and feeling into who you are, feeling the warmth of the belly, feeling the warmth of your soul. If you don't know how to do that, we will also help you with that. Like I said, we hand you your heart right back to yourself. I'm not responsible for you. It's about self responsibility with this group and reflection in the most loving, unconditional, loving way. Okay, so this inner wealth radiates outward and attracting all the resources that align with you. And again, the self responsibility, this change begins within. Yes. As we embody wealth internally, we become the change that we wish to see. It's just that simple. We live in appreciation, more joy, generosity towards yourself and others. Oh, Aundrea, this sounds so good. It sounds so good to be true. Ah, da, da. Well, pay attention. Pay attention to the vibration. Give yourself permission to feel safe and have a solid footing in this moment so that you can increase your financial stability and also have sustainable growth. This is the start of having financial literacy with compassion for yourself and using and making sure that you're asking to clear any false judgments and clearing where true is just not true. Ooh, that's a big one. I don't know where that came from, but that's all right. Clearing and transmuting, filling in with light. And we're going to go back over, we're going to actually return and we're going to go over. Hold on just a moment. How to be a conscious resource management from within and having financial literacy with compassion. And we'll go into a meditation, a beautiful meditation after these words. Be right back. Hey, hey, Aundrea Sides here with Vitality Unleashed Live. Welcome back, everyone. I would like to get into a quick connection, interconnection, all of us here, not with me, with yourself. And I'll go ahead and lead it. And then if you want to add some things as we're going along, woo, more power to you. This particular episode is on conscious wealth, abundance with purpose and freedom. And I feel like we've only touched upon what I've really wanted to touch upon. But there's a few things that are coming up that I'm feeling with the audience that need some illumination and some clarity and some clearing. And you guys will easily be able to do that a little bit easier. So we want to master our emotions within the process, meaning that anywhere that this feels edgy or that it seems to be good to be true, things like that, that is actually external. Those are patterns and external, sometimes external influences that are distractions from being able to feel and embody your heart and your wholeness. So being able to come back in, and this is part of the masterful of emotions, or being a master of your emotions, is to be able to feel and be conscious of what you are feeling without it completely taking you over, or being able to let it take you over, but you kind of remote view yourself, you observe. Yes, and we have lots of tools with vitalityunleashed.live. We also have a community, Vitality Unleashed community through a school, which is spelled with a K, SKOOL.com/vitality dash unleashed dot community. It's brand new. We're inviting people in there. We have a lot of modules that help with your self empowerment, your vitality, feeling your vitality on a more consistent, everyday basis, health, wealth, spirituality, hormones. We did something on and clearing that just recently, and being able to really be able to connect and harmonize that. There's lots and lots of meditations that you can do at any time of the day. There's also morning and evening ones. We have a lot to offer there to really keep you on track and to integrate more of a high vibe connection with people, with myself and with other people, so that in turn that you can live with a more emotionally and vital, stable life. All right, so back to mastering your emotions. So as an example, why don't I not believe this right now? Or why do I feel it? I know that it's true. I'm just not into it. So ask, why do I not believe the truth is true? Or why is there sadness around this? Or replace the question with another emotion that causes you to lose energy or not believe in yourself, or somewhere that you feel like you've made errors in your judgment or false hope. You want to acknowledge this emotion within the body where you feel it. So, we're going to give you some tools right here, right now. You want to take deep breaths. So, as you're acknowledging, you're breathing. So, you're connecting your soul with your heart, with your body, with vitality, and bringing the breath in. And it might feel like it actually gets more intense, but it doesn't. It's bringing awareness into you, to this moment. Close your eyes. Of course, if you're driving, that type of thing, pay attention to what you're doing, where you need to where you need to be focused, and just listen lightly in the back. It still can be very effective. So if you can, close your eyes, and I would like for you to muster up a soft focus of acceptance around this emotion. Bring your hand to your heart. Take deep breaths and feel for your heartbeat. If you're not able to feel your heartbeat, hold your breath for a moment in between your inhale. So inhale and listen or feel for your heartbeat, and then exhale. Breathe in through the nose. And while your hand remains on your heart, use your imagination to create 2 points of light between your hand and your heart, feeling the sensations and the connection and the vibration of this cosmic, vortexual, expansive, all knowing, all seeing, all being, truth telling heart. And feel the pulsating within the hands, your physical experience. We're bringing the cosmic into the creative in this moment, right here, right now, all the shortcuts in between. And we're reaching out to our beautiful physical hands. Breathe. And with every breath, expand these points of light, and meaning the heart and the hands. Streaming light, soft glow. Keep on imagining, keep on feeling, knowing, sensing, whatever it is that you can do, if not all of them simultaneously. That soft glow. Ask this light to illuminate out intensely 5 to 10 feet past your body. Yes, we're doing this consciously. We are creating the light and using the divine source within and our beautiful body all together to bring this great wealth in this moment, right here, right now. Oh, you're going to ask this light to illuminate out intensely. You might feel your heart sing. You might feel like singing. You might feel like humming. There's a resonance. Ask for the resonance of who you are to come forward. Going past your body and think of the brightest star light that you've ever seen, like the sun. Even brighter. Breathe in deeply. Now put your other hand on your solar plexus. Hmm. Doesn't matter if it's left or right. Just go with your instinct. You have one hand on your heart, and then you have another hand on your solar plexus. Stay here for a few breaths. Yes. Yum. Mm. Feel the yumminess, not of me. Feel the yumminess of you. You are magnificent. And breathe in with all your magnificence. And if you think this is ridiculous, who cares? Click off. I think it's ridiculous when people give all their attention to everybody else instead of bringing it back in. Woohoo! Absorbing the yumminess of who you are. And with this next breath in your solar plexus and your heart, and as it warms, we're feeling so much warmth. And if you're not, it's okay. I want you to say, I am safe. I am safe. Repeat this several times until your words melt into feeling and until your words absorb and your hands feel like they melt within the heart and the solar plexus. They melt, not fuse, melt together. Subconscious, conscious, creative imagination, freedom, expansion, openness, in spirit, inspiration. Oh, lightness, blending into the manifested world, all opportunities, all possibilities are at your fingertips. Stay here and say, I am safe. I am me. Now I want you to bask in this beautiful light that you have created around you. Guess what you've done? You have now practiced simultaneously. I love that word, simultaneously. Mastering your emotions in this moment, your presence, your self care, and your self-love. Woohoo! Congratulations. Give yourself a big, big hug again. Good job. You know, you deserve to smile inside and be pleased that you took this action with me right here, right now. Breathe in your own appreciation for yourself. Be pleased that the action presented itself through us, Vitality Unleashed, in our community and with you as we are all one in this elevated space. We all one, anyways. It's just remembering exactly what we are, and that is wholeness. We will also, part of Vitality Unleashed, the community, and Vitality Unleashed Live, we now go further into this, which is really great. You probably feel really fabulous, but we want to create that sustainable injection of love, unconditional love for ourselves with our own juices, our own vaccination of unconditional love, rippling that all forward, momentum, clearing anything that has been foreign in this moment in time right now. We vax ourselves with unconditional love, which is the ultimate in protection. We also go into that too, Vitality Unleashed, and what that means, and how that you elevate your beingness with unconditional love, and how that affects your friends, family, loved ones, business, all of it. That is conscious wealth. Yum. We go a couple steps into what emotions that you would like to evoke in this high state, in this awareness, in this present moment. For example, like play and humor, pleasure, delight. You will request these things, and we go over a step by step in the lives and also within the modules how to really feel these upgraded emotions so that they can be received, allowed, and activated, which is really important to bring forward what it is with all what you are, and your wishes granted, your dreams fulfilled, illuminating again your body and a glowing from within and knowing that it's done. Yes, that's all. Feels good, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel magnificent? Hey, also, there's a bonus after this, after the show, and you can join us on Powerhouse of a Journey. We'll talk about the community a little bit, but we'll do a transmission meditation just like this one. And it's a free masterclass. You know, that this is information that is from the divine, is meant to be shared. And it's because I love you and I love where we're going. Yes, I'm saying it. I love where we're going as as humanity. You feel that cut right through all that stuff, cutting right through it. I want you to feel empowered within your own heart and shore yourself up so that you can integrate what we speak about here. And that's what that masterclass does right after this. Yes. Okay. So after a short break, we will be right back. We're going to go for a longer period of time this time, and we're going to get into some of the brain stuff, the fundamentals of our session here today. So funny I called the session our episode, which is, and I think that you can see how everything is leading from one to the other. And if not, it's okay. But the episode's title and the inspiration of this was Conscious Wealth, Abundance with Purpose and woohoo, freedom. All right. We'll be back right after these words. Hi, hi. Welcome back, everyone. Aundrea Sides with Vitality Unleashed. Ba ba boom. Live. So happy to have you here. Yes, I had to sing an eternal optimist that is not afraid to go into the deepest, darkest of caves, discovery, because as you peel back the layers and you stare into what it is that you're most fearful of, and you do it with an inner trust, when you create stability, inner stability, you always return back to your wholeness. That you can remote view, you can look at, you can see, you can ask to be shown the truth and feel the heaviest things within the body and come out the other side, alchemizing, transmuting, remembering your wholeness. And that's what we do at Vitality Unleashed. Woohoo! All right. So there's some fundamentals that I want to go through. And when I mean fundamentals, I mean fun. Fun. Fundamentals of bringing in wealth and feeling wealth and bringing it into the physical world and enjoying the journey and the creativity and the freedom. Woohoo! So we are doing a huge, okay, it's not huge, it's grand. It's great. It is so transmutation. It's transmutation. It alchemizes so many of the destructive blocks that we get around being able to manifest prosperity, money. And it's so funny, is it because there's a reflective? It's like reflective, and there's a ripple that goes inward, not outward. It's it's interesting. So we have a whole series of modules that go into clearing the top emotional blocks that we need to get into our fun discipline. Okay, and I'm going to go over. This is a big one. This is huge, and there's 10 things that people I've noticed working with people, and as I'm connected with the divinity and the cosmic wisdom within the universe, I ask for the truth. And the proof is in the pudding with being able to see people make humongous shifts in their ability to fulfill their life through their own life force and their vitality, feeling good and living a life that they feel is fulfilled and ongoing and expansive. Like we never stop. But it's so good to get that bead on something and know when to feel peace, when to feel rest. But there's still a vitality when you're really healthy and you're connected with the truth of who you are. There's always an underlining, even with the peace of you feel alive, you feel vital. It's yummy. Okay, back to discipline. Oh, a fundamental of discipline. What I mean by discipline, I want to redefine discipline as an inspirational and joyful practice of aligning one's creativity. Yes, drum roll, please. So there's an outdated kind of definition of discipline. Yes. And this is the first step of really going on the inner journey and listening to who the heck you are, who the heaven you are. it's actually all relevant. Heaven, hell, darkness, light, going to the neutrality, expansion, openness, freedom, yum, creation, cosmos, universal wisdom, vitality, yum. So, an outdated definition of discipline. And I brought that in talking about that expansion for a reason, because I want to clear right here, right now, everyone, about the outdated discipline, where discipline feels. Oh, feel it in the body. Where do you sense it? Where do you feel it? Bring it out, illuminate it, put a flashlight on it. Take deep breaths. So I'm going to go ahead and trigger. Let's go ahead and trigger some of these things. So discipline, old ways. Maybe we were taught when we were young, going on through the ages. There's certain timelines that have these certain disciplines of like training people to obey the rules or a code of behavior. They might even use punishment to correct disobedience. Okay. Or maybe they discipline, or you've been disciplined through school discipline, parental discipline, or those things, those institutions, or the people that raised you that are outside yourself, they're supposed to care for you. They lack proper parental boundaries and knowing of who they are, and also schools just regurgitating old information instead of coming up with new information to really ultimately help people focus within first. That's what our schools should be about. Yeah. Not being disciplined for not doing what they say or mean or want. So that comes into the discipline, the old definition of like regulation, control, authority, order, strictness. Ooh, am I getting you guys going yet? Clear, 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 opening, illuminating. They want to rule. Having a firm hand. You want to vomit yet? They train, that they teach you from the outside that you've got to go into this regimen, this routine, because this is the only way they can control you to do what they say, what they want. Instruction, drill, ooh, punishment. Oh, you can tell I've been through some of this, huh? I can laugh at it. We want to be able to laugh at this. First, fill it in the body, fill in with light, fill it in with breath, and ask to be seen, or ask to see the unseen, and where you have this edginess around discipline. A lot of times, discipline is a higher education, and it's a branch of knowledge that you're regurgitating. Or now, if you're regurgitating it and you're looking for the answers outside yourself, that's not what we were meant to do with the manifested world. The manifested world was supposed to be supportive, is supposed to be supportive of who we are on the in the inside, not the outside in. So that branch of knowledge can come because you're aligned and you are attracting this. This is pulling in. This is enhancing what you already know. That universal, infinite being, cosmic, intelligent you. Okay. So the other way of discipline, the old rules of discipline, is a pupil, or like somebody that follows a school, teacher, religion, a disciple. It's not just a learner, but a follower. You're following other people outside of yourself. When we put it that way, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? And then being able to apply in the world like what you've learned. Ouch. Adding to the outside forces, the control, the detachment, the authority, the strictness. Now, I know that there's a lot of so I'm going to I'm already feeling everybody like, well, some of this is good and some of it blah, blah, blah. I'm not asking you to defy me. I'm not asking you to agree with me. All that we're doing is that I am, as a collective, because we have a large audience here, is I'm hitting on some of the triggers to bring this up, to allow the block to come up so we can get into woohoo, a new updated definition of discipline. Yes. So I'm going to say what I said before after all of that. And I still feel a lot of you having a hard time listening. So let's bring it all back to the breath because this triggered a lot. Open it up. Connect to your brightest star, your brightest light, hand to heart, solar plex. Take a deep breath in, illuminate your light, know who you are, be open to know thyself, to be thyself, to listen and to trust oneself. And you might not right now, or you might be really elevated and you do, but there's always, always, always an expansion around this. Yes. It's never, ever ending. You can answer all the questions as far as you can be in your own genius and your brilliance and your ability to have excellent discernment. And that also when you are operating from the inside out, you develop an incredible ability to be able to discern your world, your interior world from the exterior, and what you're allowing and what is ebbing and flowing, clearing and transmuting old definitions of discipline. Got to take you on a little tangent somewhere else there. It's like with a little kid, it's not so good with their emotions. They got to change the subject into something that's more interesting. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back to a new updated definition of discipline. And we also in Vitality Unleashed help hand your heart back so that you can get through some of those really, really gnarly blocks or things that feel a lot really heavy in the body that need to be released. That might show up as dis-ease, uncomfortability, laziness, a lot of negative emotions that are repetitive in our life. I give you tools to be able to clear those. Okay. Now, redefining discipline newly. Yum. As an inspirational, joyful practice of aligning one's inner creativity and then outward, right? This is a version of discipline that is about cultivating a deep connection to one's inner inspiration, drive, and allowing it to guide and sustain actions in alignment with personal knowing, cosmic intelligence, personal values, and goals. All right. It becomes a path of self respect, self love, and continuous inner learning. And one where your routine of this inner learning actually enhances creativity rather than restricts it. So someone like yourself, like myself, that learns from listening to their inner guidance, that connection gives you unlimited wisdom, which is connected to the whole and works to benefit the whole. And when you're not just working for yourself and you're motivated by the good things, the positive things, the joyful things, the blissful things in others, it's amazing the momentum and the inspiration that you can get naturally. So just checking in here for a minute. That was a lot of information. The intentional, joyful practice of aligning one's inner creativity with purposeful actions nurtures growth, expression, fulfillment, vitality. Now, these are just words to everyone unless they start actually learning and acting upon this new and doing these new actions in our life that are from that inspiration, that freedom, that creativity that's within. Some of the similar concepts with the new or the discipline, the new way to make discipline fun. Whew. I'm being told to stop here for a moment. And I'm feeling there is a lot on people's shoulders and within their upper back. And some of you guys are holding your breath. I'll get back to what we were talking about. Take a deep breath, and how much do you want to have this fun discipline? Other words, self-mastery, inner alignment, purposeful practice, a creative structure, joyful consistency. These are all words that feel much better, isn't it? Inside learning, wisdom gained from the connection to oneself, self-awareness, consciousness, connection with God, divine oneness. Knowing and making the best decisions based on self and as the whole. This knowing, again, I know I've said it a few times, we're going to keep on going there. This knowing that you're already whole. You are super imaginative and part of the universal creation, divination. So, to embrace practices and choices that reflect personal integrity and commitment to growth, we want to allow for self guided exploration and self expression. This could be intuitive, this also could be known as intuitive mastery, soul discipline, divine resonance. There are ways to clear old patterning around the energy and the word discipline. Why don't we go into that on the next masterclass and start clearing? I want to create a clearing where discipline and the word discipline, old behaviors, childhood stuff, ancestral stuff, it doesn't even really map timelines. I don't, just in general, blanket, where discipline creates negative feelings and emotions in the body. And we're going to go through the top 5 to 10 things for massive shifts right here, right now, for the collective. And then what's wonderful is we're going to invite you into modules that go in deeper so that you can keep at being self-responsible, take actionable steps that you know are in alignment with your growing, ever growing soul universal, infinite being of cosmic intelligence. I know that's a lot because it's always moving. It's always moving forward. It feels good. That's the vitality. That's the life force. That's the yumminess. That's what people need behind this fundamentals of discipline. I love you all. Join us for that free masterclass. We're going to clear some stuff and then we're going to ask you to join so that you can come alive and be self-responsibility in understanding this new discipline that will bring you the freedom that is already within, the prosperity, the wealth, the inner knowing, the fulfillment. Listen, I love every single one of you. Opening into the space and acknowledging unconditional love. And I will see you after this, if you choose, on our masterclass. Go to vitalityunleashed.live and scoot on in. We'll see you there. Lots of love. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining me, Aundrea Sides. Tune in every Tuesday at 8 a.m. Pacific Time on Transformation Talk Radio to Vitality Unleashed Live. The key to vitality and sustaining your power is realizing the truth and letting your creativity and imagination soar while mastering your emotions and living in the frequency unconditional love and trust. For more information and to connect with me, visit vitalityunleashed.live.